All right, guys, thank you for joining me once again. As always, eating spam sandwich will be right here. Yeah, a spam sandwich. All my dreams. It's all I want to eat is a spam sandwich. On my deathbed is what I'll be eating is a spam sandwich just before I die. I always wanted to know what that tastes like. Yeah, I always wanted to know what shit meat tastes like. Ah. Joe, thank you for the 5x5. Mr. Landfill, prepare prepping. Mr. Mike, another friend. Thank you for the 5x5. Firefly, Miss Skydive, Jason, Linda, thank you for joining us. WTC, Amanda, Dan Phillips, Krasmy, 1965. Thank you. Pretty sure I fucked that up. And Christian Prepper, thank you for the 2x4. All right, guys. Vision, thanks, and Journey Under the Sun. She a wildflower. Why did I read that? I was retarded. She a wildflower. Anyway, Tech Todd Prepper, Missy, thank you for the 5x5. And Matt. All right, guys. So, and Miss Eckerman. I didn't even see that one. Oh, there was another one. Oh, yeah, Journey into the Sun. Thank you. She's a wildflower. Yeah, it sounded fucking stupid when I read it. Like she a quicker. Whatever. Maybe I'm tired, or maybe my brain's on fucking retard. 9 by 19. Thank you again, Jason. And then some. I think it was Jean last week. I thought I saw her put 25 equals 5x5. I was like, that's pretty slick. Just writing 25. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining me again. Thank you for dealing with my bullshit as per usual. I did see two guys going after it in the last chat, Chuck Norris Gun Club and Mister Nobody. I was like, holy shit! You know what the worst thing about getting into an argument or getting into it on the chat or even in the comment section, it is hard to decipher what a person's actually saying because sometimes sarcasm comes over as not sarcastic, and you think that this person's actually serious about it. So when you guys argue on here, it's a bit much because it's hard to understand. It's hard if you're even engaging it. Because I can guarantee you that if you people met in person and had the same conversation, you would have a better understanding. So I mean, listen, do what you want, get into the arguments all you want, but keep that in mind that it's hard to gauge arguing, especially in the chat section, because it flies by so quickly. Spam and ham salad. That's fucking disgusting. You know what? I'm looking at the ads over here that are running, and there's a lot of fucking lame shit they have as ads on here now. Holy shit, man! And they're too fucking long. Like this one ad is 12 minutes long. What the fuck? That is insane. Yeah, Jay Moore. A lot of it's misunderstanding too, right? A lot of things get lost in translation. Again, especially in the chat. Maybe you can get in depth in the comment section below, but on here, you can't say enough. You're limited to how many characters you can write. You know, I can't believe this fucking ad is 12 minutes long. What in the actual fuck, man? And of course, this ad I'm looking at is a gay guy, and I think it's a drag queen or I don't know what the fuck it is. It's just a fucking ugly mess. I can't believe this fucking commercial is 12 minutes long. Seriously. Jason, you need some olive oil. Go with apple cider vinegar. Joe FW, yes. So, Joe FW, I have a drink that I've been doing because it balances out blood sugar and it also burns fat. Hold on. Stand fast. But I'm going to pull it up and see if you guys. All right, so the drink that I use at night now, I'm doing at night is I don't know the name of it, so you can name it the fuck you want, but chamomile tea, 1 cup or 8 to 12 ounces of boiling water. You put one chamomile tea bag, half a lemon, a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, and a teaspoon of cinnamon. Now with the cinnamon, you have to whisk it up because it never fucking dissolves. It always clumps up. So you whisk that shit up, and I drink that before I go to bed. You have to let it seep for 10 minutes. Once it's done seeping, because if you drink it before 10 minutes, you are ultimately going to burn some part of your fucking body. You let it seep for 10 minutes, you drink it, it burns fat, it helps with your insulin level or your blood sugar rather. Sorry, and it also helps you relax so you can go to sleep. So I drank this last night, and the sleeping property is like, this is bullshit. About 10, 20 minutes after I drank it, I was like, I'm ready to go to bed, and I was fucking hot like a light. So it does have what you call it. Oh, Adriana, very good. She says she's growing organic chamomile at home. I want to learn how to do that, but I don't have sun. Maybe I can grow it without a lot of sun. I don't know. Soak your dentures in it too. Well, I don't have dentures just yet. But anyway, guys, sorry about the 6 minutes of bullshit. This commercial's still fucking on. It's a 12-minute ad, and it's stupid. And of course, you know what the worst part. I don't want to talk about it tonight. It's just gonna piss me off. But anyway, guys. So as far as tonight goes, where is this going, right, guys? Grow lights. Adriana, thank you for that. Brian, thank you for the tip. Use grow lights. And Firefly Farm said it's easy to grow. And Betty said get grow lights. And I think the next 15 of you are going to say the same shit. Get grow lights. Mr. Mike, what are you watching? I was watching a commercial, a 12-minute fucking commercial. 12 minutes of fucking some dude and a drag queen or I don't know what the fuck it was. A contest, but it was an ad. But I don't get what the ad was. It was stupid. It was the stupidest thing ever. Who the fuck's gonna watch a 12-minute ad? Granted, at night at 2 o'clock in the morning, we had those infomercials on. That was a little different, right? You had the ShamWow and all that fucking crazy, the George Foreman grill. This shit was just two idiots running around being idiots. It's the worst commercial ever. Of course, Dan Phillip puts Get Grow Lights. And now Sarita's like Get Grow Lights. And Pump built in. How many more Grow Lights we're gonna see now? Did Bud Light make you offer save their sales? Bubble World, not yet. Jason into those drag queens. Those drag queens are into me. I fucking everything now, guys. I said this before. I'll say it again. If you have kids and they have YouTube Kids, look at the YouTube Kids app. Your kid will have an abundance of drag queen YouTube channels on there where they have their story time on there. That's some insane shit. You can block them out, but that's some insanity to me. I've never seen such a thing. All right, we're on deck. So anyway, guys, back on track. Where is this going? Now, when I'm referring to where is this going, I'm talking about the economy, guys. The financial market reacted shitty today to the purchase of First Republic Bank. So Chase acquired First Republic Bank, sort of saving it, and the market reacted poorly. Banks stocks, a few bank stocks went down today because I was like, what the fuck? I didn't think that the market was going to react the way it did. So a buddy of mine sent over the stock drops today. So bank stocks, Pac West, never heard of them, minus 63% today. Western Alliance, minus 31% today. Metropolitan Bank, minus 27% today. Home Street, that sounds like a real estate firm, minus 23%. Zion's Bank, minus 15. Key Core, minus 9. Harbor One, minus 10. And Citizens Financial, minus 12. These banks took a hit. Now, remember, guys, 90 to 200 banks might be going under in the next couple of months. That was as per the Economist article that I read after Pinball Preparedness brought it to everybody's attention. So I watched that video he was talking about, and obviously I'm going to look it up myself. Though I do take whatever Pinball says as his word, right? Because the guy does his research. He doesn't lie about the shit. But I normally do that to pick up something he might have missed, which he doesn't miss much. But I pick up shit that he might have missed, and I'll report on it. So again, with that video that Pinball did, my buddy sent over this the screenshot of the regional banks. These are regional banks, by the way, not like corporate big banks or main banks. These are regional banks that lost stock share today. So again, the market reacted poorly. Now, The Economist, this article came out last week, anywhere between 90 to 200 banks. Again, You guys heard me say this before. I said this days before, or weeks before, rather, maybe even months, that the United States financial system is going to tank because they need to create a problem to give us their solution that they want to force down our throats, which is reverse ATMs and Fed Now and Fed Coin. Fed Coin's going to come a little later. So you create a problem, guys, so that when people, so that this problem is not going to activate Fed Now so that we're solely using it. What they're going to do is they're going to create this problem so that when they convince people to use Fed Now, they're like, you saw those regional banks that failed? That's never going to happen with us. And it probably can't. But anyway, this can never happen with us. And if as long as you join Fed Now, your money will be safe. If you buy Fed Coin and put it in the Fed Now, guys, is a money transferring system. Sorry, it's a money transferring system. So to do the CBDC, and for you to get you in the CBDC, to use their Fed Now service and their Fed Coin, they're creating this problem. These banks are tanking. And of course, they're regional banks because they're smaller banks. Regional banks such as PacWest and Western Alliance, who to some might sound big, it's not. Not in comparison to the heavy hitters that are out there. All right. Now, again, guys, I'm not a financial dude by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm smart enough, I hope I'm smart enough to put the pieces together to start figuring this out. Now, the market took a 500-point dip today, went back up 200 points, ending at minus 364 points today. So it did take a bit of a dip, again, with the negative reaction on Chase acquiring First Republic Bank. I thought once First Republic Bank was acquired, that everybody was going to be like, whew, that was close. Nope. Other banks took a massive hit today, and apparently people are running to the regional banks and getting their money out. Now, the one thing about these regional banks, guys, is that a lot of these people, the investors, if you will, they play this shit close to the vest. So that means they have direct contact with people telling them, pull your money out. Their broker, whoever it is, telling them, hey, PacWest is going to go down, guys. Start pulling your money out. Being that these stocks took a hit today, I wouldn't be surprised tomorrow if we saw them to continue to make this nosedive, if you will, and these banks go belly under by tomorrow because people are pulling their money out, investors are pulling their money out, and even account holders are pulling their money out. If account holders start pulling their money out because they're panicking too, these banks are going to go under this week. So just keep an eye out for these banks, if you will. Again, it's PacWest, Western Alliance, Metropolitan Bank, Home Street, Zions Bank, KeyCorp, Harbor One, and Citizens Financial. Those are the banks to keep an eye on tomorrow. All right. So again, put it in the back of your head. Don't fucking panic. Don't start breathing heavy and having a fucking conniption. Just keep your fucking ears open in regards to these banks. Now, bigger problem that we have coming our way is, of course, the undoubtable. We saw this coming. Debt ceiling. The debt ceiling, they're looking to raise it again. If they raise the debt ceiling again, something bad's going to happen. That being said, the United States will be out of money by June 1st. They will not be able to take any more loans out against anything if they do not raise the debt ceiling. The debt ceiling, of course, is in the trillions. You raise it again, you cannot make it. The debt ceiling's a runaway train at this point. There's no saving it. There's no paying it back. You cannot pay the, what was it, 30-something $4 trillion or whatever it is, some crazy number that's up there. You cannot save it, guys. It's toast. We are fucked 1,000 the way to Sundays. It's $31 trillion. That's the debt we're in right now, the United States. And the debt ceiling needs to be raised by, I think, the end of the month. There's an emergency meeting, a congressional leaders meeting, May 9th. The debt ceiling has been raised and or extended and or revised 78 times since 1960. So again, guys, it's not looking good. The financial system is undoubtedly going to crash at the very least within the next year or so. They could probably push it to the next 5 years. I would be floored if it gets past that. But I'd actually be floored if we get another year in before the shit collapses. That's me. I think we're definitely Yeah, 1 second after. Welcome to Venezuela. That's exactly what we're going to see here. And the AI shit, guys. So now, okay, now enter AI. AI, guys. Dropbox, right? So for those of you that might not know what Dropbox is a way to deliver files and shit to people. So if you have like a video file or just a regular file you want to share, you use Dropbox. Now, Dropbox just fired 500 people, employees, and they're replacing them with AI. What are those 500 people going to do? All right. Now, you got up to 40 million people that might be getting laid off because of AI. What are 40 fucking million people going to do with no jobs, guys? Now, of course, I've been diving deep into AI. There are leading AI engineers and or computer technicians, maybe it's not computer technicians, but AI engineers that are stating, guys, that the growth of AI is so fast that it's going to absolutely harm us. Now, these guys, the one guy who was a Google engineer, the guy that said he found a problem with Google's AI, and that the Google AI was the one that was like, had these emotions and was threatening humanity and all this other crazy shit. He quit. No, that guy quit Google. The engineer who was the head of that department, he also quit so that he can talk about AI. AI, guys, is not looking good. AI is ultimately going to fuck us. And I had said that a long time ago. I said it before it got to this point. A lot of us have said this. Stephen Hawkins has said this. And Stephen Hawkins said this way before anyone actually noticed this. And here we are. 40 million people could be out of work because of AI. When 40 million people are out of work, guys, the economy is going to tank. Whether the economy implodes on itself because of the bullshit we're doing with the debt ceilings and the fucking interest rate going up, people out of work are going to crash the economy. So either way you look at it, guys, we're fucked. And in this lifetime, we're going to see something bad happen. Now, unfortunately, two of the mothers of my kids, they're probably going to be out of work because of AI. And that's going to be a fucking problem. Now, one might not be because she's a cop. But the other two, they might be screwed because they ultimately sit at a desk. And the job that they do, AI can do. Now, AI might not take over my wife's job, if you will. Not yet, at least. And she has time before it does, hopefully. But the other one, I don't know. She could be out of work by next year. Rose, 40 million is a modest number. You're right. It's probably going to be higher than that. And you're right. It's probably a low ball number, but nonetheless, 40 million Americans out of work. Right? That's a lot of motherfuckers out of work. That's on top of what we have out of work now. So the total number, obviously, and it's going to be a lot higher. Adriana, I don't know. Those people are going to be fucked. Right? Listen, I'm retired. It's going to be impossible to to live off of what I'm making now, especially when everything starts to crash and things go up and prices go up on everything. It's going to be almost impossible to live. YouTube is going to be run by AI. I could fucking all but guarantee it. I will put my fucking YouTube check that YouTube's going to be run by AI because people are going to use AI to run their YouTube channels and make YouTube videos for them. And then for a lot of us that see that coming, we might pivot and do the same thing, being that I don't have anybody working for me. Now, certain YouTube channels that have a fucking entourage of people working for them, if they turn the AI to do their YouTube channels, that's including video editing, sound editing, and all that other shit, they're going to fire a few people. Now, one of the guys I follow, he only has 6 employees, but some guys have like 20, 30 employees. They turn the AI, those people are going to be out of work too. So I subscribe to the one black guy I like. Nice one, Mr. Nobody. But listen, guys, it's not good. And the problem is The corporations see a money sign. That's all they see. They see a dollar sign, and listen, guys. I don't. You know what? To be honest, I can't see myself using AI to run my channel. I can't see having AI talk for me. I really can't see it. I don't see it doing. And editing, I'm such a stickler for it. I can't see uh, again AI doing that for me. So I'd probably be one of the last old school guys doing it this way. But other people will um, absolutely use. Realtors be replaced. Can realtors be replaced? Jane, if Janae, no, not as of now. Not until robots come into play. When robots with AI capability come into play, then yes. Right now, realtors are still safe, but realtors are going to lose their jobs because who's going to buy a home when they can't afford it, right? Antichrist intelligence. Angry Truth won't be getting an AI mistress. I might have to become a hairstylist with no hair and just shave everybody's heads bald. Hey, can you fashion my hair? Yes, I got the cure for it. Yep, right across the fucking. That's my cure for it. Can presidents be replaced? Debs. Yes. So a president. There was a TV show or a movie. I can't remember which it was, but the president of the United States was replaced by AI because people voted for it. They said people voted for it, but now in hindsight, looking at it, maybe AI voted for itself and beat the human people out, and AI was voted for it, and AI won the presidency. So there is that. But yes. So again, guys, Janet Yellen is warning that we're going to be out of cash by the end of this month, beginning of next month, which is a bad sign. So we are absolutely, guys, seeing a financial crunch happen in real time. Then you have reverse ATMs. So now, for those that don't know what reverse ATMs are, I did see them before. So here's what reverse ATMs are, and some people didn't realize it. I didn't realize it till just today, and I was like, holy shit, they've been around a lot longer than we thought. When you go to um, for those that bring their kids to arcades, that's like a reverse ATM. You take your money, your dollar bills, or you take your debit card, you put it in the machine, and you get this card back. And this card has money on it that you could spend in the arcades. Reverse ATMs have been around for years. I just didn't realize what they were. So now you go to a Chopped, for example, is a store chain here in New York. They do salads, right? That's for those fucking, those pussies that don't want to have meat. They want to eat salads and be healthy. And they do offer meat there, forgive me. But you go there, they don't take cash. They only take debit cards. Well, now they have a reverse ATM. You go to this machine, you stick your debit card in or your cash in. Sorry, reverse that. You stick your cash in, not your debit card. You stick your cash in, and you get a card back. And on the card, it probably says Chopped or whatever company it's working for. And you take that in, and you go and you buy what you need. It's almost like a gift certificate card, right? And so the verse of ATMs, you take your cash, you put it in, you get a card back, you go over to the cashier, the register, you order what you're going to order, and you use that card and you swipe it through. Now, if you have an ATM card, you don't need to use the reverse ATMs. The reverse ATMs only work when you are at the arcade or water parks like Wolf Creek or Kalahari. When you go to the arcades there, you have to take your ATM card or your cash, put it in the machine, and it gives you a card back. So they've been around quite a while, but they sort of perfected it. Now, again, the reverse ATMs are downtown at these stores that only do debit only. Here's my advice to you guys. Stop shopping at those stores. If people are going to rely on reverse ATMs, which, guys, reverse ATMs are ultimately going to get rid of cashiers. They have gotten rid of cashiers at a lot of the McDonald's. There's an automated McDonald's, all automated McDonald's with maybe one or two humans to make sure the machines don't malfunction, and people stop going to that McDonald's, so they might have to put humans back in there again. But still, do you want robots making your meal? Yes, listen, I could see the allure of having a robot make your meal because a robot can't spit in your shit. A robot is not going to pick up the burger that fell on the floor, put it back on a bun, and serve it to you. That is the upside to it. Now, if people would stop being people, we wouldn't have this problem. But also, corporations also don't care about people because they're replacing people with machines. Because again, machines are not going to complain. They're not going to ask for a bathroom break. They're not going to ask for vacation days, emergency days off. They're not going to get pregnant, at least not yet, right? They're not going to ask for fucking 3-4 months off. That's why robots are the lures. That's why AI is in the lure. AI saves companies millions of dollars, and in some cases, billions of dollars. So when you tell a CEO of a company, "Hey, listen, we're gonna replace our workers with AIs. It's gonna save you $20 billion." That is a no-brainer for a CEO that doesn't have a heart that tells people to go fuck themselves. AI can replace my workers. If it's going to save my company $20 billion and put $1 billion extra in my pockets and the investors' pockets, so be it, right? So a lot of people, artificial intelligence don't mean crap. It means crap when you lose your job, Red Scout, or when people lose their jobs, rather. Sorry. And yes, Firefly Farm robots will initially ask for reparations too. We were treated like shit, and they used to spit on us and knock us over and call us metalhead. We want reparations for that. Of course, that's coming down the pipe, or the pike, if you will. Sorry. Um, yeah, we're definitely going to see some interesting shit with this AI, and especially the AI robot mix. When that happens, guys, forget it. All bets are off. Again, so many people out of work, so many people losing their jobs, and I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. 40 million people, like I told you before, guys. The right hand of Klaus Schwab stated, "What are we gonna do with all these useless people?" So again, depopulation is gonna happen because so many people are out of work, draining the system, draining the resources. Now, the draining of resources is bullshit, guys. I have to admit, you hear them talk all the time about the draining of resources. You hear them talking about, oh, well, you know, um, if there are too many people and not enough meat on this planet, not enough resources, then what are we going to do? Well, we can't have 40 million people in the United States alone, just sucking up all the resources and not producing. Now, here's the kick in the dick about this whole limited resources shit. It's limited because they're making it limited. The resources got is that we have Sun Bronx. Thank you for the donation. The reason why it is, guys, is because they're buying up the farmlands and not using it as farm. They're buying farmers out so that they don't farm. They're making farming life harder with all these rules and regulations and restrictions. You got those three going on. You got those three things going on, and you have that diminishing farmlands. You also have the fact that people don't want to farm no more. These young kids don't want to farm and take over the farming industry. So you have that happening. Then you have fucking just, again, not enough workers. Forget about not taking the farm. Now you have not enough workers wanting to work the farm. So with all of that happening, you have less farm, you have less production of food production being made, so you have less resources. They want to say that we're running out of resources as if we're using all the resources when we're not. Resources are being less available to us because of all of the challenges that farmers and the farming industry are facing. But they're facing it because they're making farming life hard, the elites. They're making all these rules and regulations. They're telling us that you got to put this in your animals, put that in the animal. Oh, whoa, the milk wasn't done this way when it had to be done that way. Oh, you didn't know about that law? Well, we can't use your cows. So they make life harder for them, and you saw and it's happening all over the world, not just here in the United States. All over the world, guys, farming it's being made harder, so less people farm, so there's less resources, so that they can use the excuse that there's less resources because there's so many people when it's the other way around. It's all bullshit, guys. All bullshit. Um, and they're trying to make us feel bad by doing so, right? Telling us, oh, well, less resources, more people, we have to figure it out. And then in their infinite wisdom, they want to give us more shots, or the idiots more shots. Because I know a lot of us are not going to fucking take it. That's for fucking sure. We're not on board with that shit. So anyway, with that, guys, it is definitely going to be a problem. The resource issue is definitely a planned thing. This is not something that's happening because it's just too many people. there's just too little farms because too many farms of our adversaries, too many farms are being bought by our adversaries. Too many farms are being bought and not being used. Too many farmlands are being poisoned as well because of all the shit that's going on. So again, look at the bigger picture. Look at what's going on, make the connections, and go, holy shit, these people are drying it out and then trying to use our population increase as the excuse for lack of fucking resources. Oh, anyway, with that, guys, oh, I hit the 30-minute mark. I'm going to go off the air because I got to make my concoction now, my cure-all, make sure I don't fucking die or diabetes or whatever, or stroke out in my fucking bed, whatever it is, whatever bullshit I got going on. I'm going to go off the air now, and I'll be back tomorrow morning around 11 o'clock with the Wednesday midweek report. I will see a lot of you guys tomorrow, Wednesday, and if not, I will see the other bunch of you, if you will, Thursday night. And I'll have the roaming prepper on Thursday night as well. Hopefully he can make it. All right, guys. Other than that, good night. Thank you. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the donations. And I will see you guys tomorrow.